This mother-son cookie-making time may look typical and ordinary.
Your cookies are going to be fatter than mine.
However, it's anything but. This is the first time in a long time that Sharon and Trey have had the opportunity to make cookies together because for almost 2 years, they didn't have a kitchen. They did not have a home. Being homeless was something that Sharon never imagined could happen to them.
I worked for 22 years in mortgage banking. I've owned homes, I had a very successful life. My partner got ill, got addicted to prescription medication, became a very violent person, and then things just spiraled out of control. It's such a load, especially being a single parent, worrying about where you can safely rest your head. Trey and I have actually slept behind a dumpster. I'm not proud to share that, but it's a reality. And, that was probably one of the hardest nights of my life because I sat there and cried the entire night, but we had nowhere to go.
It was kind of terrifying, but we also slept in a parking lot, which was basically my mom had to hug me and then we had a blanket over us.
That fall, Trey and his mom moved into Samaritan House, where they had access to services and support.
I've participated in all of the life skills classes. They do a money management class, a budgeting class. They do private individual counseling as well as group counseling.
Knowing that the people at Samaritan House truly cared about him, Trey felt safe again.
Towards the end of his time here, just kind of stabilized a little bit more and really bearing that trauma and that I need to protect my mother. We don't know where we're going to be tomorrow. I'd hope to say we were able to give him some stability to just focus on being a kid.
As Sharon and Trey left Samaritan House after their 7-month stay, she was overwhelmed by a feeling of gratitude.
Having somebody who says, it's okay, you're going to be fine, you'll get to the other side of this, is more valuable than you can realize.
And now Sharon is passing on that same compassion to others.
I'm trying to bring some awareness with the things and the projects that I'm working on to the fact that there are people experiencing homelessness that don't fit the stereotype.
At Denver Day Work, Sharon helps our city's homeless find work and their purpose like she has. And because of that steady job, Sharon and Trey have their own home.
Just being able to cook again is going to be a really great thing, because the heart of most homes is a kitchen. So that's what I'm most excited about, is being able to get up on Sunday morning and make some biscuits and gravy. So.
The good food that comes out of this kitchen is only a part of the recipe for success for Sharon and Trey. The love and support they receive from Samaritan House and Catholic Charities are their foundation for going forward.
Knowing that I'm still alive and again, never giving up, and knowing that in the future it's going to get better.
God set me on this path. He knows where I'm going to end up, and it's going to be good.
I love Samaritan House because I've got happy memories from here. Very happy memories.
Jaden remembers playing house earlier this year when her family did not have one to call their own.
Down the elevator first.
Before moving into Samaritan House, Fawn and her 2 children were homeless, and she was hopeless.
The program of where we were living wasn't going to extend my stay. They wouldn't give me even 2 more months for the kids to finish school, and I just went down the drain. It just that quick. I got evicted, then I lost my job, and then it just went down the drain.
She was living on the streets. Me and my sister had to live at my older sister's.
But then Fawn got a call from Samaritan House. There was room for all 3 of them.
That's our old room.
No longer would she, Kiko, and Jaden have to split up in order to be safe at night.
When I came in, that's all I wanted to do was lay our bags down and just get them off my shoulders and sleep on a bed. Clean sheets, nice pillow, shower, hot shower, kitchen, food. We have everything here.
Aside from providing those basic needs, Samaritan House helps families with counseling and finding jobs and saving money. The shelter offers clothing no matter what the season or size, and there are plenty of places on the family floor for kids of all ages to relax and have fun.
Yay!
A lot of times our families come to us and they've been through a lot. You know, they've been beaten, they've been pushed around, they've had the trauma. We really want to spell out that pathway for success and make sure that it's lasting.
The impact Samaritan House has on families is lasting, and it is about to become even stronger. With an ongoing multi-year renovation of Samaritan House, there will be better facilities to serve more families.
The people here, I like the people here. The people are so nice and they're so kind, and they actually help, and they actually listen, and they take their time out, their own time, like even off work.
I think this place gave me the support because they knew I could do it. You know, they knew I could. I was very broken when I got there. Very broken where, I mean, I'm 45 and I just thought I'm not good enough.
She's like one of the most hardworking persons I've ever seen. That little infinity sign, if that was a real thing, that would be the thing. That's how much I love my mom.
They don't really realize how strong they are. You know, they're survivors.
Fawn, Kiko, and Jaden moved out of Samaritan House in the spring and now have their own place. They are closely connected and supportive of one another because of the encouragement and assistance they received at Samaritan House. Because they are stronger, they are confident that they're on the right path.
So far, life is good.
Everybody, and good evening. My name is Kyle Dyer, wearing a hard hat tonight because for this Catholic Charities live stream, we are live from the construction area at Samaritan House downtown here in Denver. Tonight, we're on the 3rd floor, which was and will be again the family floor. And this construction project is meant to bring in more families. There is a need to bring in more families. So we normally had 21 rooms for families. We're going to have 25 rooms after this, and more space for the families to move around and hang out and take classes, and for the kids to play and just be kids. This is going to be fun tonight, huh? There are going to be new showers in every bedroom. There's going to be desks for the kids to do their homework at. It's just going to be a really nice place for the families to come when they're searching for stability and permanent housing. This is all expected to be finished in September, so it's kind of fun. We're here before drywall, wearing our hard hats. Many thanks to our builder, A.D. Miller Services, Inc., whose slogan is building on higher ground. I would definitely say that this company's motto definitely applies to the work they're doing here at Samaritan House and definitely helping families reach higher ground. During this time, Catholic Charities has worked so closely with community partners. It's been fabulous where they've helped the families that might have needed a place to stay this summer here at Samaritan House find a place out in the Denver community. So families who needed to be here are being taken care of. On another floor, I should mention, there are still dorm rooms. 174 adults spend the night here every night. The majority of them are men in the men's dorm, and then about 48 beds are for women in a separate women's dorm. So hopefully that will be done maybe next summer, after this project is done this summer. I must stress, though, that Samaritan House is not just a place to sleep. Samaritan House does provide temporary shelter and emergency shelter, but it's really a place for new beginnings where people can kind of regroup and plan out what their next steps are to be self-reliant and stable. There are so many needed services that people experiencing homelessness need, and those services are provided here at Samaritan House, or they have community partners and they can resource some of that help out. It really takes a lot of people to make this all happen, and tonight we're talking about a team, because coming up we have a bunch of people here who all last week were wearing bug helmets and now they're wearing hard hats because they were part of Team Samaritan House during the Ride the Rockies. They're all very sore, but they came here tonight. So we're going to introduce you to some of them who are on the road going over passes for 6 days and why it was important for them to ride and also raise money for Samaritan House. Anytime tonight, if you have a question for any of our guests, you are so welcome to join us. That's the whole point of this. You can push *3 on your phone, or if you're watching on your computer, you can just type in a question. We also have a phone number that you can call in and talk to us. That number is 866-416-5252. Now, let me introduce Lisa Cooper, the Director of Operations here at Samaritan House. Thank you for letting us come when your place looks like this.
Well, thank you for having us. It's an amazing opportunity to share really what we're doing to improve our services.
So this project started in May. We're on track for September.
We are. September 14th is what we are planning on being completed, and we are under budget and on task. Isn't that amazing?
Congratulations. Yeah. That is so wonderful. Why was the need? Why did you all feel like you had to completely redo this floor?
So, great question. Samaritan House was actually built in 1984,
okay.
And it was the first in the nation to be built as a homeless shelter. And so that's 35 years ago. And we are in need of a facelift. We are in need of becoming ADA compliant and really serving those that the Lord has brought us well. And so this is our opportunity. It's a $1.75 million renovation on the 3rd floor.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
And we're going to have more rooms for more families. You even said there's going to be one room that could house 10 people in a family.
Yes.
You get families that large needing
Yes,
shelter.
We do. One of the things that we do really well, with no other shelter in Denver does, is we allow multi-generational families. So if we have a grandma that is taking care of grandchildren, we allow that, and so that, of course, makes the families much, much larger. In the past, the maximum that we could handle was 8, which we put in 2 separate rooms.
Okay.
But this way, we'll have one room that actually can have 10 individuals in one room together.